And there's one of the very best, Gabriel Tual, 7th in Tokyo, made the final last year in Eugene. He had collarbone surgery earlier this year, I think it was in March. He's a low 144 performer, as is this fella, Alex Kipngetich, World Junior silver medalist a few years ago. He won Heat 3 and looked really sharp, former African Junior champion. Then Daniel Rowden, as we were mentioning, recovering and getting back to his best after that stomach surgery. Semis, the last two global championships. Could he go one better? Jamel Sajati, brilliant championship performer. Got a silver last year, and he'll be aware that his compatriot Muller just made good qualification for Algeria. Marco Arop, he's an absolute machine, this guy. He's a gigantic man for an 800-meter runner. Bronze last year, led from 300 to 700 and hung on really well for a medal. Saul Ordonez, one of a growing number of brilliant Spanish middle distance runners, second in Stockholm, won Ostrava. World indoor bronze back in 2018. Ostrowski, national champion over the 1500. He's a 3:36 man, 1:45 over the half mile. And closest to the inside, Tăcășeanu, the former Romanian who now represents Italy, semi-finalist last year, made the European indoor final, but this is a different level. Tăcășeanu of Italy in 2, Ostrowska Poland in 3, Ordonez Spain in 4, Arop Canada 5, Sajati Algeria 6, Rowden Great Britain 7, Kipngetich Kenya 8, and Tual France on the outside. Second semi-final, this could be quick. Now let's see whether Marco Arop, the gigantic figure from Canada, he's almost David Rudisha-esque when he gets fully into his stride. Let's see whether he fancies leading or whether it will be Sajati. Arop's going over for the inside line, and it looks like he is setting the pace early on. He's a man mountain, isn't he? I love watching the Canadian.
Well, because he is so tall, he loves to get out in front, because with those long strides, if he gets caught up in the pack with the athletes that are shorter and shorter strides, he can find his legs getting tangled up. So this is a smart move by Arop to get to the front and just control the pace. He knows that he can kick off a slow pace, and he's also good off a fast pace. So he's controlling it, but Rowden's sitting there on his shoulder looking up the scoreboard, knows that they're all behind him, but all athletes are pretty cruisy at this tempo. 51:42 through the bell.
It's not as quick as the first semi-final, and that might be significant for those looking for the non-automatic spots. It's possible we might only get 3 from here. Sajati just gave Rowden a massive shove in the back there. The Briton in second, the Algerian on the curb. Kipngetich trying to find a way through on the outside. Don't rule out Taoul as well. The Frenchman's in 6th at the moment, but this is getting very, very tight here. They're all bunching behind the smooth flowing Canadian who got the bronze medal last year. He might come under some pressure here, so just needs to find another little gear. Sajati, the silver medalist from Eugene. 2 men who were on the podium 12 months ago, and they're now beginning to pull away. Sajati looking over his shoulder. There's the small queue line, so only the first 2 going through from there. There's a dip on the line from Ordonez. 1:44.02. Arop had that totally under control, and at the moment I think Patterson and Borkowski will hang on to the 2 non-automatic spots, because the first lap wasn't quick enough. But how impressive was that from Marco Arop?
That was incredibly impressive. The best bit of Arop's race was down the back straight that second time, when he started to open up the stride and put the pressure on the others and say, okay, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to come now. He broke them. They had to work harder than they wanted to. So he came into that front straight and everyone was a little bit fatigued, and you saw him open up his hands and really start to sprint.